Hello, hello. We are here for another installment of building a dollhouse. Let me move everything onto the viewing window. Probably should have zoomed my camera before I did that because I might have to do it all over again. Working with miniatures, I want to get you guys a little closer. Yeah. So these are all the pieces that I'm working with. During this, I'm building a sofa. So as you can see, I went ahead, I cut out all the pieces. Everything is pre-prepped. I'm sure nobody wants to watch me like cut stuff out, so I just went ahead and did that ahead of time. I also went ahead and glued the foam onto the pieces ahead of time. I'm actually using, this is the padding that comes on my Imperfect Foods boxes. Works way better than this loose stuff when I'm trying to cut squares. I'm like, oh, I have a use for it. Been saving it. I'm actually going to use it to make some journals because it's very squishy, so it'll be nice for covers. These are seat cushions, 3 of them. So I'm just kind of sliding everything up out of the workspace. I've also pre-sanded all the little nubbies off all the little wood pieces. So I have to do that on camera either. So on to the directions. So step one through 6, I'm actually going to skip because it's making the pillows and I don't want to glue them. I'm actually going to pull my sewing machine out. And even though it is like working with Tiny Eat a little bit in miniatures, I'd rather sew the pillows than to glue them. So I'm going to do the pillows separate. So the next step is assembling the arms of the couch. So these have a little curved edge, which will be facing up. And then the little curves here, and there's a flat edge that gets glued on here and glued on here. I already got my glue over there upside down so that it is at the ready. In theory, anyway. Oh, there goes my thumb drive over there clicking at me again. I should watch one of my videos back and see if you guys can hear that because it's really loud here in the room. I swear it sounds like a time bomb. It's like so what this is doing is creating the arms of the couch. Get them on there straight. So I'm filming this on Sunday. I'm going to schedule it to publish. So it should be publishing on Thursday. Having some issues with YouTube. It is like seriously not wanting to it's not wanting to download my videos, and it's kind of ticking me off. Well, not kind of ticking me off. It is ticking me off. I've had 4 videos that I'm now on day 5 and they're still not done. 2 of the 4 have completed their uploads. And 2 of them are still trying. So this is the leather piece that wraps around it. Which is interesting because it's actually more narrow than just going to add some more glue. Just so I can hold that rounded piece in place without it sliding around. I'm just going to go ahead and glue it all the way around. So one of the videos is of the dollhouse. It was the last video I did. As soon as it's done, uploading, then that one will go. And then I have 3 other ones that are scheduled to publish Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I said it's been a frustrating couple days trying to get these videos to upload to YouTube, and they uploaded in reverse order, no less, which is even more aggravating. I'm gonna leave that to dry. Well, I guess while I'm waiting for it to dry, I can glue this piece on, right? Since it's going to sit up on one end anyway. So this is interesting, though, because none of these pieces match. Like the piece that had me cut out here is smaller than the wood piece. Let's see if any of these scrap leather pieces I threw away are going to be small enough. I mean, big enough to cut new ones. Oh, or the sound of my chair. So I think what I'm going to do instead is I will just glue it on and then I will trim around it. After the fact. So we're going to glue that back on there. I'm going to put up against this edge here so that there's one less area that I have to try to cut. Cutting around, that's going to be interesting. Flip that over. Hopefully this isn't going to be a recurring problem. Just get that glued on there so I can set it off to the side to let it dry. Knowing these are all going to be too small, I'm going to go ahead and toss them in the garbage. Okay. Go around the arm. See, this would be side. So this is this side. Whoop. Glue left on my fingers. Put some down here on the bottom. Get that started going on the dry process. I just looked up. Oh, please tell me I turned my microphone on. I did. Moment of panic, you know. I think any of us that do videos and stuff, I think that's probably one of our biggest nemesis is that darn microphone and the mute button. I mean, I try not to mute myself during my live streams just because I know that I would be horrible about remembering to unmute myself. Just kind of doing a quick fix there because the little leather piece separated from the paper pattern underneath. Just giving it a quick little repair. Okay. Set those off to the side to dry. And then the next step is assembling the bottom of the couch. Which I find is interesting because the backs are cushioned. The seats are cushioned. Oh, I guess this part wouldn't be cushioned. Never mind. It doesn't make any sense that they would be. And just for extra security purposes, I'm going to go ahead and run some glue down the sides here. Just to kind of add some extra so what I'm looking for, some extra security, I guess, to the gluing. We're going to wrap these around. Oh, sorry, try to remember to stay on in view. Okay, we're gluing those down. Trying to keep it nice and taut. Okay. Now do the ends. I'm going to trim this up a little bit before I glue down. Because a couple of the sides are not straight. Okay. feel like some of this is like all the stuff that I learned in making my own book covers is helping me in this process, because it's like, oh yeah, I know how to miter a corner. I know how to make things that don't want to lay flat actually lay flat. I know how to fix that problem. I think this one's just a smidge too long and it's making it want to buckle. So we're going to miter that corner just a smidge. And wrap. Wrap. Got some spots though where my glue is not wanting to hold. There we go. Okay. Sit over there and let that dry. Oh, metal arm. Couch cushions are in 2 separate sets. One big, one small. One big, one small. One big, one small. And that's to give it kind of a rounded shape when you put them all together. So I'm going to start this process gluing the little one on top of the big one. Make sure they're all going the right way. And while I've got it out, I'm going to go ahead and glue. This is the back decoration piece. I'm going to go ahead and glue it down just so the glue has a chance to adhere. This one actually goes fluff side down. And I just realized that after I put glue on the wrong side. It's okay, because it's all got to be glued eventually. I'm just going to push it down just so I know it lines up. And then I'll let it naturally just kind of do its own thing. Flip back over. I got wet glue on one finger. It's wanting to grab onto everything. Okay. This to this. Just enough glue to hold it. You probably don't have to do that. For me, it's the glue in the layers is just about making it so that I don't have to hold it so much. You know, if I can secure it into its own place, then hopefully. Can you wait like 20 minutes? Okay. Of course he's going to go in the hot tub. Because that's what he does. He waits until I'm doing something. Hey. Glue this down. All 3 of them. It still causes a little bit of a slippage. Most of that is because I'm not waiting for the glue to actually dry. Spin that around that way. He does this to me all the time. All the time. Okay. I'll set you off to the side to dry, just for a brief second. That's working. I'll work on gluing these down. I also have some extra bit I got to do because the paper also is not wanting to stick to the fuzzy part of the leather. Ooh, I didn't cut that one. This is not going to be good on my scissors. And cut that center one. My sewing scissors now have glue on them. Okay, so this is just going to work them around, gluing them down. I'm going to take one of my little clippies here. Makes it so much heavier with the clips on them. Like, well, duh. Right? Duh. Just going to hold those for a minute. We're going to come back and do these ones. And glue the sides. See, and then that paper, it tells you to attach the paper to, the leather fabric so that you can cut it out, but then the paper doesn't like really stick. It's kind of annoying. Okay, and we're going to pull this side up and over and hold. See how it kind of bows because you got the two layers of quote unquote stuffing. Roll some of this glue off my fingers. Trim the corner. Okay. Now we're going to take this side. Add some glue there. Add some glue there. And go up and over. Up and over. And hold. 1, 2. Why am I holding? I have clips. I just don't know which way is going to be the better way to clip it here. Can I get both? Nope. Maybe I could get both of them on in one, but nope. I'll go that way and that way. Okay. Next, one side. One side, I just ran my finger through the glue. Up and over. Up and over. Trim my corners. Other side. We're going to go one side at a time. Up and over. Come here, clip. Couldn't get a hold of it. Funny, I still hear my husband rolling around out there, so he hasn't made it to the hot tub yet. This one's got some extra corner here. Pinch those ones down. Next one. Not sure what's going on with my... Suddenly got a ton of notifications coming in on my phone. I gotta turn my heater down. So this one's got a little extra here. A little extra here. It's funny, it's like sticking to my fingers. Can't just miter in those corners. My glue's already oozing out everywhere because it's laying on its side. That's what I love about this glue, is it grabs quick. Gonna let those sit over there for a sec. I'll finish this one up. Just glue the sides. And this bottom piece. And again, the paper has separated from the fabric. Which is counterproductive to this whole process. Okay. Get you glued down there. Get you glued down there. Put one in the middle for good measure. Come back. So we have 4 little couch cushions. Couch. Let's see how well I can trim these. I might have to get my small scissors. Yeah, get my small scissors. Come on. Okay. Trim that off. Well, there's a paper separating situation here. Definitely operating on a learning curve. I will most definitely say that. This being my first time ever doing anything like this. Trim that down as best I can and then come in with my little scissors. So these are my Cricut scissors, but they're ones that I use for fussy cutting and my journaling. If you don't watch any of my my journaling videos. Fussy cutting is when you are cutting images out, but you're cutting like really, really close to like the edges of the image. I'm kind of scanning while I'm trying to cut, see if I have any fussy cuts just kind of hanging out on my desk. Now these scissors definitely are not liking this fabric though. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Could be better. Most definitely could be worse. Kind of bummed out. I was hoping, we had anticipated having all three of my kids and family, and their others all here for Thanksgiving. And the ones that live northwest of us are not going to be able to make it. Just kind of a bummer. They kind of had to make a decision because, them coming here, a lot of it was dependent upon the weather and the condition of the pass and stuff. And they can only wait so long before making the decision that they're not going to risk it. Because, they got to give her family time to plan for 2 extra people at their Thanksgiving. So it's kind of a bummer, but hopefully they'll still be able to come in, because they usually come for April for Easter, and then we all get together as a family at Easter. This would have been the first time that we would have all been together for Thanksgiving. But now this and these, I'll put my clips back up as I think I'm done with those. I'm going to mute you guys for just a second. I'll be right back. Had to blow my nose. So this gets glued onto here. It looks like it's like right at the edge. Make sure it's centered. Okay. Then we're going to glue the armrests on here and here. It looks like they are flush. I'm just going to give it some hold time, and then hopefully it'll hold up on its own. So I got some of that wood showing through right there. And I think that's just going to be a matter of practice, learning curve stuff, you know. The more of these that I do, the better I'll get at them. The lessons I'll learn from them, learn how to tweak them. Yeah, that wouldn't be any better. I was wondering if I switched them the other way, if it would be better, you know, switch the arms. But this back corner is cut short just like that one. So I'll figure out which side's worse. That's the worst side. So I'm going to make that one the back. Some glue here on the arm. I think I'll deal with that after. Maybe I better not. Where's my glue eraser? Hiding behind my coffee. Okay. Now we're going to glue the back on. Okay. So gluing along the wood. Get that in there and squeeze it in between the arms of the couch. There we go, just like that. Which way do these go? That way. Okay. This is probably where I'm going to be happy that the glue doesn't dry instantaneously. Give me a little bit of room to like maneuver them. See, lesson learned. I folded these the wrong way. So the seam is pointing. You see the fold over seams? Oh, but like this hides it. Come on. It'll hide it a little bit. And it's funny because it actually told me to do the long sides first and then the short sides. But if I'd have done it shorts first and then longs over, you wouldn't see these little lippies right here. That was not, I'm not, that I followed the directions. So I got to figure out. We're going to find out, I should say. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I just did that with my sewing scissors. My kids are watching this. You know they're yelling at me because I couldn't tell you how many times they got in trouble for using my sewing for scissors for stuff that they weren't supposed to. Try to run a small bead of glue. There we go. Need to get it going first. Small bead of glue. Put the beaded decoration down the front. Try to make it straight. Let's see. Cut this one a little bit longer. Probably gonna have to figure out how to trim it. Just gonna require me to use my really sharp, pointy, small pointy scissors. Am I getting glue? Yeah. Okay. Let me grab a pair of tweezers. But 2 pairs of tweezers. We're gonna go there. I see I'm gonna have to trim off. more glue here. Now, so far, this kit has given me like excess of stuff. So I'm hoping that that turns out to still be the case, considering I just had to, I just wasted some. Okay, so I'm going to squirt in here. We're going to go here. I figure if I squirt glue into the foot, because it's open, let me get these facing the right, get my hands facing the right way. Then the glue will run down with gravity. And ideally seal the feet on, right? It's my theory anyway. Okay. There's a little couch. And then it's got a couch. I wonder. A little rug. A little blanket. Just funny because it's like, oh yeah, that's a huge blanket for a little tiny. It still seems way big. I think I hear the TV back on in the living room. And I'll figure something out. I was thinking I could use that, to cover up the boo-boo on the arm. But I don't know. I'll play with it. But there we go. Whoops. There's the couch. Obviously not dry yet. Completely. Front little decoration. Tiny itty bitty little thing. Put this in here. I'm going to set it in there upside down so gravity can take care of that glue. This goes with the next piece. Set my instructions. This, I think, is used on the next piece as well. I'm going to set these in there. Off to the side. And that is it for now. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.